Lights out and away we go. Tyne gets away well, as does Marios, who looks to tuck in behind and make a move into turn one. Who's going to break the later of the two? We've got the Mercedes of Topji alongside, and Topji goes in front of Marios into second place into turn one. Brilliant move by the Merc. Then we've got Tyne in the lead then. Topji second, Marios third. We got the F1 winner of last season, Daniela, in fourth place. Nate's Hullet fifth, ahead of Devin, Daddlepad, Moustache, Tedo and Mackie as they all make their way through turn four.
Susie Wolf tried and failed. Simona Di Silvestro tried and failed. But Tatiana Calderon is showing why women belong in the Grand Prix World Series and why it's such a compelling championship for both men and women and for those within the LGBTQ community. Calderon has only got a handful of corners to get through, and the checker flag will be out to see her and MasterCard Lola take their first ever victory in the GPWS on the Korea International Circuit in Yongan. Tatiana Calderon fends off the likes of Brendan Hartley and co. Comes round. Tatiana Calderon wins the Yongan Grand Prix in the League 2 events. What a sensational drive, and has made history. She becomes the first female driver to win a Grand Prix World Series race. She'll be ecstatic with that. Brendan Hartley on the podium yet again, and Lucas Di Grassi is going to be on the podium again for Zach Speed. More points for him and for the German team.
And we'll go to the battle for third place once more, because Freeman is under threat from Clyburn, who looks to go for the move into turn 9. Clyburn up the inside, and Freeman is able to hold him up for the time being. But is Clyburn able to outbrake him into turn 10? He looks to the outside once more. It's the Dutchman, and he's got through ahead of the Lamborghini. So Clyburn is up to third position. Freeman down to fourth place, and Kroos is also looking to get through in the Ferrari up the inside into turn 11. He's not able to pull it off, but to make contact as Clyburn ride the curve there. He rode the curve as he went through into turn 11, and he's through into fourth position. Freeman is absolutely struggling on his old set of tyres, and he is dropping back like a fly right now. And Breakoff is looking to the inside of Busov on the pitch straight, going into Tarzan corner, and I think there's going to be a change of lead. Breakoff up the inside, Busov doesn't fight it as much, and Breakoff takes the lead in Zandvoort in Taco Tuesday. An incredible last lap or so.
Yeah, it looks okay, so this could well be the moment for Hallett to use his ERS and the ERS. Look at the way Adam is moving across. I'm not sure that's allowed with him. He can't do that. That's weaving across the pitch straight. Meanwhile, Hallett pulls out alongside. Down the inside goes Chris Hallett in the McLaren, and he takes the lead on the last lap of the race in the PSGL. He bided his time. He remained patient. He's got the move done, and he leads on the last lap here in Barcelona. Last time out in Fuji, but they're still sitting in the relegation zone at the moment. 40 and Midland are also in there. It's all quite tight at the moment. And that's Dixon! Dixon, the race is off! He's out! Dixon is out at the Kyle Army Grand Prix! What a terrible mistake from the Kiwi! The 6-time IndyCar champion has trashed out at the S's! What an unbelievable development! Sebastian Buemi leads! Nick De Vries is up to second, and Will Power is up to third. 2 Leightonhouses in the podium places. What a costly error from Scott Dixon of all people. Not a mechanical failure, driver error. Here's the battle for the lead again, because this could be Freeman's chance to take over leadership of this race. He'll go to the outside. Milden will have to leave room. He'll need to be later on the brakes than the Mercedes driver. Milden to the inside, Freeman to the outside. Is Freeman through? Round the outside he goes! The two make contact, but Freeman's passed! Will Freeman takes the lead at Imola in the Team Series Endurance event. What a brilliant move! Round the outside. The two leaving each other room, leaving each other respect. But Milden knows that Will Freeman had closed him down. He was destined to get that move done at some point, and he did it at last. Sensational move. Well done to Will Freeman, getting himself up into the lead for the French Connection team.
I'll tell you what this is favouring is Rudy Hullett because he's in the championship fight, but he's got Marcus Costa making the move, and the Ferrari go for it into the last turn, and that is him through and up to third position. Rudy Hullett tries to fight back, but they come down. No, they collide. The Ferrari spun round. Rudy Hullett loses the position to his teammate. Disaster for the Ferrari team, and Devon has been overtaken by Spears once more.
As they come down the back straight towards Tremonto. We are seeing a three-way fight into Tremonto, actually, further back. It looks like Roman Grosjean and Pato O'Ward. In fact, Pato O'Ward got through on the pair of what looked like Grosjean and Frines coming into Tremonto. Pato O'Ward pulling off a fantastic overtake. That's probably one of the overtakes of the season so far from the Arrows driver. O'Ward, absolutely brilliant there up the inside, getting the pair of them there. But it's Minardi, Simtek in the top four. And if I was to put any money on any of them winning today, it would definitely be one of them. I'll be shocked. Oh, it's a collision of overlap! Huge crash! Huge crash! Both AGSs and the Midland of Naoki Yamamoto have come together, and all three of them are out on the spot on lap 1. Huge drama, that's a shock. I don't know who caused that. I mean, Yamamoto came across, and we'll need to see another replay of that again. That looks like Sebastian Ogier, the man replacing Tom Cruise, who was in that seat earlier on in the season. He was going for a move, makes a move. Oh, Yamamoto comes across on him and taking out the other AGS of Colton Herter. Unbelievable accident there. We'll have a look at Herter's point of view. He was just ahead there. It looks like Artem Markelov. He hasn't got off to the best of starts in this race. But at least he's managed to avoid the mess that's just happened here. Oh, it's just unlucky there for Herter. Didn't do anything wrong. All three of them out on the spot on that one. And if I was to put the blame on any of those three, it'd have to be Yamamoto. Because he came across on Ogier as Ogier was about to pull alongside. And we'll wait to see what the stewards say on this one. You can see the fastest up there from Scott Dixon, but we're only at the end of lap 1, so that lap time will come down. And it's a 2-race ban for Naoki Yamamoto and a disqualification within this race.
And the drivers are off. The green flag is waved, and away they go. A little bit of a tap there from Godfrey cutting across on Sean Cole. They're all making their way through the first corner of Riches. And it seems to be they all behave so far as they all go through. There's a moment there. Oh, there's an incident at the back, and that's Godfrey into the wall. There's absolute mayhem at the back. Oh, it's absolute carnage. Would you believe it? I cannot believe what I've just seen. You could have predicted it, but I didn't expect it to be this dramatic. Horrendous start here in Setterton, in Tier 1 in Taco Tuesday.
They seem to be behaving themselves this time, as Leia still under threat from Janetsky. He was running at the front at one point, although Leia got a kick of oversteer as he got the power down out of 8, and that's allowed Janetsky to go through. Will Bowles just take advantage of the power of the cars? He does! Boyton gets through past the pair of them. What a move! The order. Janetsky getting up into 6th place now in the Aston Martin. Next man up for him is Edricks, who's coming a time penalty. As we watch the McLaren of Chris Allen dive into the inside of Miguel into turn 5. And what a brilliant move from the McLaren. That was without DRS as well. Played off a fantastic move to put himself up into P7 with that time penalty. Next man ahead of him is Janetsky, who's on the soft compound. He's got to get past him as getting past Edricks to minimise the damage. Can he get a good drive coming out of the last turn? I think he will do. Gets alongside the Mercedes. Just about to go onto the pit straight. Janetsky down the inside on Journo, and he gets himself up into 4th position. Next one ahead of him is Coleman. And Janetsky will have the DRS the next time they go onto the back straight after turn 5. So should he have a tidy exit, he'll get into the prime position to pull alongside. We saw someone make a move also. That was Chris Haller getting past Cherno as well. So he's got himself up into 5th place on the road. Janetsky not close enough to have a go yet on Coleman, but this is not the last of it. It is very much so. This is not over yet by any means. Skyline keeping himself within DRS range. He may even decide to wait until the last lap to have a go. But watching Udetsi, he's making a move on Coleman now. Going into turn around right round the outside. We haven't seen anyone pull off a move right round the outside. Now he tries to do the switch back. Coleman sees it. Holds him off for the time being. Chris Hallett is there to wait into pounce. So Udetsi just needs to be on his toes, watching both front and behind. Gets a good exit coming out of turn 5. He'll have the DRS open, so will Chris Hallett. Yansky, which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the right-hand side. Off the Alfa Romeo. Onto the back straight. Yansky, up to the podium positions he goes. Fantastic move. Contact move between Hallett and Coleman, though. What a disaster for Coleman. He did everything right in this race. He's gone all the way down to the bottom end of the points. That'll be something for the stewards for later on. But Yanisky's got through. It's up into P3, Logan. Yeah, so Skyline is pretty much out of it. I think he's ran out of opportunities unless Sia makes the daftest of mistakes in the last sector of the lap. But I doubt he will do now. He just needs to relax through these last sequence of corners. He's about to hold off the field behind him. Sieb, after a pointless score last week in Spain, is about to put one right here on the streets of Singapore. Skyline nearly clipping the one on the exit, but he'll keep hold of second place. Sieb for Alpine wins the Singapore Grand Prix in F5 in the PSGL. Skyline on the podium once again for Red Bull in second place. Yanisky on the podium. What an excellent drive. Hallett keeps hold of fourth place, even with the time penalty applied. So that's damage limitation for him. Cherno in fifth, ahead of Nicholas Boyter, Miguel, Coleman, Edricks and Toby. The rest of the point scorers. Elsim crashed out on the last lap, so no points for him.
Yeah.
Lakitu and Boyer are the rest of the finishers. Down the back straight once more. Wittmann looking very good for fourth position in the Prost. As Dixon is about to start the final lap of the race as Latifi goes for a move on Sutil, but he's taken Sutil out! Sutil out of the race at turn 1, and Latifi has got through, but there'll be a punishment coming his way. So I think Latifi will most certainly pick up a disqualification and a race ban, which is something he had already accomplished this season when he took out Alex Palou in Sentinel. And we'll see what the stewards say on that, and I think we should expect the inevitable here. And it's a disqualification and a one-race ban for Nicholas Latifi. No surprise and no complaints. That's the third driver disqualified from this race because of taking out another driver. And Dixon's in the pits! What's happened to Dixon? It's an electrical problem for the race leader! I don't believe it! I just do not believe it! 1 lap to go and he cannot get rounds! He would have retired on the last lap had he got rounds. And it looks like Patrick Ward is going to celebrate his first Grand Prix World Series victory. Arrows are about to celebrate for the first time this season, but what rotten luck for Scott Dixon and for Suntek, who had everything go right for them in this race. At best, they're going to have second place. Ward into the lead with 1 lap to go, unless he has any problems of his own. And Kobayashi is trying to get through into the race lead, but even if he gets through, he'll drop back because of his time penalty. An incredible chain of events. Dixon into the pits with a problem. He's come back out again in third place. But he's not going to be celebrating victory today. Unbelievable. Patrick Ward into the lead, but Kobayashi is trying to get through ahead of him. Now, is O'Ward carrying a problem there? Because Kobayashi got through on O'Ward rather easily. I think O'Ward has got a problem. He's got a problem as O'Ward. He's slowing quite dramatically. It's the last lap and Kobayashi is into the lead. But he's not got a big enough cushion over Dixon to keep hold of it. So a third different leader in a space of just under a lap. And in the unlikeliest of circumstances, Scott Dixon could well be winning this race. 1 corner to go then. Kobayashi is going to cross the line first, but he is not going to be taking the victory. Is it going to be O'Ward or is it going to be Dixon? I think it's going to be O'Ward because I think O'Ward has got a big enough cushion to keep Dixon back. Kobayashi will cross over the line first, but Patrick O'Ward is going to take his first Grand Prix World Series win. He wins the League One Dijon Bourgogne Grand Prix ahead of Dixon. Kobayashi comes home in third place with the time penalty applied.
That's a very nice exit. Milden run wide. I think this is going to be Freeman's best chance to get the job done here. Into the slipstream, onto the mountain straight, pulls out alongside, goes Will Freeman. Side by side they go. They've got Griffin's Men that's coming up in a few hundred metres time. Freeman on the inside of the SBR car, and Will Freeman has got the French Connection car back into the lead. Here we mount Panorama. An excellent overtake, a well-deserved move. And he's got back the lead that is rightly deserved for the French Connection team. And I'm sure there'll be mass relief for Craig Law.
Oh, and that's the problem. That's Nick de Vries. The engine has gone on the Minardi. All of a sudden. And once again, Minardi are not going to get either one of the cars to the checkered flag. Nick de Vries retires from the Hockenheim Grand Prix on lap 22, 15 seconds in the lead. Now, I want to say that it's a shock, but given Minardi's reliability woes this season, it has come back to haunt them once again here in Germany. Now, Nick de Vries will want to be pulling into the pits here, but the engine has died anyway. It's all over for Nick de Vries. And could that spell the end of his title challenge now? He's going to be pulling off the track any moment here. What must Giacomo Pagliaro be thinking here? And Da Costa will go into the lead. But he's also got an engine problem! But both of the Minardis are out of this! I cannot believe what I'm seeing in front of me here. Both of the Minardis are put in smoke and out of the race. And into the lead goes Jose Maria Lopez for Manor. Oh my goodness me. De Vries going out with an engine problem. And just as we thought Da Costa were going to go into the lead, his engine has also gone belly up. What a disaster for Giacomo Pagliaro yet again here. On a day when they look good for maximum points, virtually nothing is going to be coming their way.
Well, Milden's behind Jack Francis, who is the cork in the bottle, and Milden is looking to make his way through. And he's very much alongside, and he's very much the faster driver than the two. He's up the inside. Are they going to stay on the track? They are, and Milden pulls off a fantastic overtake. He gets through on Jack Prentice, and that's good enough to put him up into 6th place.
Wow.
Chris Jones was a lovely man. Many of the drivers admired his tenacity as a league racer. A very, very sporting chap who would be willing to help out at any time. Taken far too soon. And our condolences go out to all his friends and family in this difficult time. He will never ever be forgotten. As the drivers pay their respects in more ways than one, with the black and white liveries from a lot of them. With their lap of honours, their tributes have been sent on the Discord servers and perhaps all over the internet as well. Chris Jones rest in peace. And I will leave you with the lap of honour, and I'll come back to the microphone when qualifying begins.